All right, very quick with the house cleaning. Please consider supporting this channel, liking and subscribing, and becoming a channel member. And please consider looking at my other channels. Your own free choice, but I will put up material, so please give them a chance, especially the Kubrick channel, because this channel may go away. I don't think it will, but it may happen, so that hopefully will be a place I can reconstruct everything. All right, let us get right to it. So I was trying to summarize an early part of Nora's rebranding video. Now, basically, she put out a short video situating herself between Aaron and Jenna and the recent threat of a lawsuit, and stating she will not really be covering Aaron in the future. Okay, that was a small video. Then she put out a bigger rebranding video, and I went through the first third. We're only going to get to the 1 hour mark because holy cow, was this a lot of lying and gaslighting. And I'm only going to hit the highlights. And again, well, where do we begin? So Nora did several things. One is she is acknowledging she knows who Kenny is. And who is Kenny? Kenny's a very avid DOA supporter, but recently got himself into a big controversy because while he was live, his girlfriend, lover, wife, I'm not quite sure, basically his partner started screaming at him that he was caught in a cheating scandal. Now you might think, well, who cares about that? But the problem is the cheating and abuse that Aaron does is something that Kenny, DOA, and Nora have highlighted. So is this just a purely romantic misadventure? We don't know. It was very loud voices going back and forth on one another. It got very, very heated. And in this section of the video, Nora is not acknowledging that controversy, but she acknowledges Kenny and says, oh, me and Kenny, yeah, we're very good. I don't know the guy very well, but yeah, we're fine. Alrighty then, so she's co-signing someone and possibly their domestic abuse. Again, we don't quite know yet, right? Like with the Daniel Green situation, where Daniel Green, I think, disproved some of the accusations against them, but I still think it's very, very murky. Maybe Kenny can vindicate himself, but it looks a little weird and bad. It also looks clearly hypocritical that DOA, Kenny, and others are poking fun at Streets LA and Aaron and their, to put it mildly, very erratic record with, quote, helping women and helping Jane Does and standing up for female victims and so on and so forth. But in reality, they're not exactly who they say they are. And of course, Nora just, sidesteps the issue. It got even more weird and worse because apparently DOA did a stream which devolved into I Love Nora, which was good for her, but she was upset that some people were being critical of DOA. Let's remind ourselves, this is a woman who left Scientology over 2 decades ago, and she announces now in this video saying, guys, I'm learning now, people have opinions. People have opinions I may not like, and I have to live with that and grow up. It's like, okay, well, again, I'm trying to be fair to Nora. I know people think I'm not being fair, but I'm like, all right, shouldn't you at least grant that she's doing the minimal work where Aaron is not? Aaron has created a new cult, a very abusive, ugly cult, and we should focus on that. Well, I agree. I do agree with Nora there. So even if she's not going to focus on Aaron, right, that's her prerogative. Although it's a bit cheating, right? She's going to support people who attack Aaron and criticize him, but hey, you know, whatever. Nora's never been really that consistent. But then I thought to myself, and this is the thing with her, she's not good at gaslighting, but she's sometimes successful, because I'm like, wait a minute, do you still have a copyright strike against a certain channel? So let's be very, very explicit and very clear. Nora applied a copyright strike against DOS because that channel is making fun of her and making fun of Kenny and making fun of DOA. All right, so she says these things that, guys, I'm growing up and I'm getting used to people having other opinions of me. Well, did you remove the copyright strike? Did you apologize? Right? And then she tries to reformulate this rebranding. I'm just setting up boundaries, guys. I'm a victim. Boundaries are fine. I think boundaries are fine if you establish it on your YouTube channel. However, the question is, are you being consistent? And is that really what's going on? Because I will give her this. She did admit that she was, quote, wrong about DOA, but in a narrow sense. So last year, when DOA and her had a big fight, she was charging him with being an OSA agent. Well, I think it's pretty obvious he's not an OSA agent. She says, guys, I was wrong. I was wrong. Well, that's nice, Nora. She's acknowledging her mistake. However, it's her cute way of reformulating things. So, with DOA, I was wrong about the OSA thing. I now trust Scott We are friends. Our friendship is one, and we're growing together. Well, Nora, just because theory one about DOA is invalid, the OSA theory, does not mean the other theories. Is he an FBI agent? Is he an agent provocateur? Is he also creating an abusive cult? Those could be valid theories. And there's a lot of evidence for those theories. If you look at DOS, you look at the Dant, you look at Riddle, you look at many channels, they're noting that a lot of what he says does not hold up. The way he's mythologizing his participation in these other movements, right? Zero Dark Tony, so on and so forth. They've documented pretty well he is not who he says he is. He is clearly manipulating and lying to people and abusing people. But Nora's okay with that because, Lara is my friend. DOA is my friend. That's how it works, guys. I have friends and I have boundaries. You need to respect that. And I'm a strong woman. And I'm not even getting into the height of hypocrisy with her, quote, political, non-political stance. The early part of the video was trying to articulate that she will not be letting politics into her main Scientology channel, right? Also, guys, I'm not SPTV. I have no idea what that means. He just says, I have no formal tie with SPTV. SPTV is not a formal organization in the first place. You can disavow SPTV, but it's like, yeah, it doesn't work like that, Nora. But anyway, so that's her new mythology. Guys, I'm no longer SPTV. I will cover Scientology. So what is the channel now about? I don't even know. I guess it's going to be a Journey Heal channel, and she'll cover certain cults here and there. Oh, she's going to support SPTV. She'll support the protesters. She'll support people on SPTV. She'll support people who identify SPTV, but she's not SPTV. Also, out of nowhere, she drops it again. I'm not criticizing her. I'm just saying I'm noting a radical contradiction. She knows I'm going through Bell's hooks. But for those who know, Bell Hooks is a radical feminist theorist. And I've read a lot of her work. And again, I've not read all the books. That Bell Hooks really hammers home over and over again. There's no such thing as anything being apolitical. Right? This is a feminist who goes with everything is political. Now, I think that's not a good argument. Look at pure mathematics. Is that political? I don't think it is. So, I'm not saying she's a bad critic. She actually has very good essays and very good books. But I'm like, how can you maintain, I'm reading my Bell Hooks and it's amazing, but we're going to be on a journey together. It's not politicals. But she also acknowledged, yes, sometimes Scientology is politicals. And she even did videos noting the political connections. After a while, you're like, you just can't get started with Nora, even trying to forgive, forget, or redeem it. It's like this thing just makes no sense. Oh, yeah, we'll get into it with the channel members, but I'm not here to just do juicy gossip or destroy her. I'm just noting I cannot understand any of this stuff. So, one, channel will be not political, but you'll use political authors. Also, you'll do political posts. Okay, that makes no sense. Also, we're doing the heal journey. Guys, I was in a cult so long. You need to forgive. But not Rinder. Or what about Aaron? Aaron was in the cult. Aaron was in Scientology. Do we forgive him now? No, we don't forgive him. So you get magical forgiveness rule because don't know. Also, we're going to focus on really helping women, even though last year she was attacking who were women. And this year, one of Aaron's victims, Jenna, stated very firmly, don't trust Nora. Don't like Nora. Nora lies to you. Don't trust Nora. Well, I guess I'm at the position I'm very skeptical of all these people, Jenna, Aaron, and Nora, the basics of looking up words, even though ironically that's what you did in Scientology. Skepticism does not mean you necessarily don't believe. You actually just take a critical stance saying, okay, sometimes Aaron will tell the truth, sometimes Nora will tell the truth, even Jenna will tell the truth occasionally. But it does seem truth with these people is a rare commodity. So I'm just noting a lot of contradictions and inconsistencies. So hopefully, at the very least, she removed the copyright strike. I'll double check. I don't think she did. So I've finally learned to be okay with people's opinions. Well, we'll wait and see, Nora. We'll wait and see. I doubt it, but we'll wait and see.